Hey, what is good? This your boy Hagilla came back with some game review topics, and I would like to introduce y'all to Speculation Operations, or you can just call it Spec Ops for short. I am here, your host Gullet, and I'm going to be talking about the one and only Dragonball Z FighterZ today, and I'm going to be discussing Turles, the infamous Saiyan from the Tree of Might saga. So, I wanted to talk about a couple of interesting things surrounding Turles and the whole Dragonball Z fighter, and I just wanted to make an interesting point and touch on some things here. First and foremost, I wanted to talk about the fact that I like that Dragonball Z FighterZ are still bringing more content, keeping the game fresh. I've noticed that they have added 3, and I repeat 3. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, chime in the comment section and let me know who I missed. They added 3 movie characters outside of the main Dragon Ball Z franchise into Dragon Ball Z FighterZ, and they just added the 3rd person, which is Cooler. To see Cooler in the game is amazing. I was shocked. I never thought that they would actually start pulling movie characters into Dragon Ball Z FighterZ, but that's one of the main reasons that I made this video, because Turles is, I believe, one of the main movie characters other than what's his name, Garlic, and I'll do a video on him too, that I wanted to see in the game, because the fact that his whole story was never fleshed out, and I definitely would like people to understand that it's actually more Saiyans out there that need more exposure, and basically Turles is one of them. Now, the interesting thing about Turles is that Turles is another lower class Saiyan, honestly, another Goku lookalike with a few distinctive features that stand out. And another thing that was also explained, that most lower rank class Saiyans, just because they didn't have the ability to sense rather Dragon Ball power levels, usually war scouters. It was explained also that Turles was honestly a rogue Saiyan, that he was still under the allegiance of Frieza, but he went and did his own thing. Some say that he was looking to probably throw a coup d'etat to probably try to overthrow Frieza, which we saw in the movie Tree of Might. Basically, he basically had this fruit, which honestly I would consider it an edible spirit bomb, honestly, at the end of the day, and this guy strength either quadrupled or whatever, and he's like fucking beating the shit out of fucking the Z fighters and shit. But I looked at it as like, basically, Turles could definitely be another character from the movie sagas that they definitely put in Dragon Ball Z FighterZ, because, like I said, he definitely has his own set of moves. He has a small story behind him, and then basically he's another Goku lookalike and unique in his own way. Now, Turles was always basically described as wearing, of course, Saiyan armor. His was mostly, I believe, a dark bluish gray or red scouter. Still had a Saiyan tail too as well, and he had a deeper voice too, more deeper voice than Goku. They just did what base Goku, base Vegeta, and then Cooler. Now I'm trying to keep up with the pattern here. Now I could be wrong. Now the next 2 people that could be released could be people from the Namek saga, which would be people like Zarbon, Dodoria, and then let's say another movie character. What do y'all guys think about my topic, man? Do y'all think that I could have a point or something about Turles actually making an appearance in Dragon Ball Z Fighter as next DLC character, because he's unique, has his own moves, plus he also gave Goku a problem, and Piccolo actually gave the whole Dragon Ball Z Fighters a problem. And I don't think Vegeta was in that picture, which makes me believe that this had to happen. I could be wrong, people. Vegeta, I don't believe was in the movie. Then 2, I don't think Goku was able to go Super Saiyan, so that would definitely flesh out the fact that Goku didn't even go to Namek yet, because we know Goku turned Super Saiyan on Namek. This is way before Namek. So honestly, at the end of the day, it's no way that Goku did all this, went to Namek, came back, Turles showed up, he didn't transform into Super Saiyan, but got the fuck beat out of him, because Turles ate a edible spirit bomb as a fruit, and it doesn't make sense. So I do believe that this either happened in between the Raditz and Nappa and Vegeta lore. So with that being said, this your boy Hagilla King. What do y'all think about my speculation on this? Y'all chime in with y'all specs. This is exactly why I made this, because I want people to speculate with me. This your boy Hagilla, and I am out.